Want to grow your business and take it to the next level? Well, here we all are, and we are going to show you how through hard work, perseverance, and a little help and know-how, you can take things to the next level and push the success of your business even further. Let's get going.
Welcome everyone, Paul Wright here in the next episode of the Practiceology podcast, where we teach you the science of running a highly successful and profitable allied health business that works without you. And I tracked down my great mate, Nathan Shields from beautiful Alaska. Nathan, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Paul. It's great to be on.
We are global, we go searching around the world. We end up in Alaska, but he's
Right.
been around the traps. Let me give you the Nathan Shields intro. He's been practicing physical therapy since 1999. He opened his first practice in 2002 in Chandler, Arizona, which was Pinnacle Physical Therapy. They opened other practices with his partner. Eventually, they own 4 clinics in Arizona under the name of Rise Specialist or Rise Rehabilitation Specialists. They then moved to Alaska with him and his family of 9, and they started another PT company, Rise Diagnostics, focused on the EMG and diagnostic testing, which is still going. They then sold Rise Rehab and helped create Empower PT, which was based in Arizona with multiple locations. This guy's moved around. He's opened, bought, sold, he's done the lot. He now provides one-on-one business coaching to individual business owners looking to gain greater freedom and more profit. And he hosts a great podcast, which I've been fortunate to be a guest on, the Physical Therapy Owners Club podcast and Facebook group. Nathan Shields, you ready to go? Can you do this in 7 minutes?
Let's hope so. Maybe I'll use like 1 or 2 word answers. Maybe that'll help.
We'll see how we go. You right to go?
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's go.
All right, we're Nathan Shields. Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client, of course, in the physical therapy realm, I'm working with physical therapy owners, and they are physical therapists who own their own clinics, typically treating full-time, and are relatively stuck like I was, say, 12 years ago, where maybe financially you're doing okay, but treating full-time and not happy with the business. They hate doing the business aspects like I did, and thus don't experience a lot of freedom. They maybe don't see their families too much. They go on vacation and they get phone calls from the clinic so they can't enjoy their time away. That's my ideal client, the person that feels stuck.
Yeah, and so their problem then, question 2, is the problem you solve is stickiness.
On getting them unstuck, if that's a word. Yeah, getting them less stuck in their business. So the problem that I solve is help them understand. Well, a lot of that, and you experience this, Paul, you have to help change the mindset a little bit, right? From small business owner, because what they're trying to do is go from mom and pop operation to enterprise. And that's where they want to go. They just don't know how to do it. And they recognize that if they are able to separate themselves and make their business less dependent upon them, they can experience more freedom. They can also experience greater profits at the same time, and they just don't know how, and they're just not quite sure.
So question 3. So what are the typical symptoms, Nathan, that people experience when they're stuck and they're trying to get out of it? What do they suffer? What are their symptoms?
Yeah, they have a lot of frustration. They have a lot of turnover, right? Retention might be an issue with their employees. Many times clients who talk to me, they're burned out. The type of burnout where they say, if someone came and gave me a bag of money or simply said, let me take it off your hands, I would probably take it and just go back to being an employee again.
Yeah.
Right?
You hear it, don't you? They just want to walk away. They've just had a
go. The allure of a 9-to-5 job sounds really nice at times.
So question 4, with about 4.5 minutes left. So what are the common mistakes, Nathan, that people make when they're stuck and they want to walk away? What are the mistakes they make?
They keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, right? And so that's one. Number 2 is, and this is my mantra, it's reach out, step out, and network. So they need to reach out and find somebody. You and I both have been through it before. We wish we had gotten some kind of coaching or consulting earlier. You got to get out of treating patients full time and do some admin work on your business. And then you have to network with other small business owners, because a lot of the issues that you're having are not specific to you. They're not unique to you. and other people have solved those problems before, you need to tap into that energy and those resources.
And you've specialized in physical therapy because that's your background, but it's across the professions. It doesn't matter what profession you're in.
Yeah, it's a small business issue, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, question 5 with about 3.5 minutes left. So what's a valuable free action, Nathan? What can our listeners and viewers do to help them get out of this issue or this stickiness?
Can I give them 2 things?
Knock yourself out.
One is to call you, Paul Wright, to get some kind of coaching, right? And learn how to get out of your business. If it's not Paul, there's so many resources now compared to 10, 20 years ago, right, Paul? There's so many coaches, consultants. Call somebody and take advantage of the free consulting calls. Call me, I'm here, right? So if you're in the States, call me, whatever, but reach out to somebody. If you can't do those things, you're not willing to do those things, and you want to take a smaller baby step, take 2 half days a week to work on your business. Yeah. 2 half days, Tuesday, Thursday afternoon. If you have to start with 1, yeah, maybe, but at least 2 half days a week to start working on your business.
You'd love this too. When we grew up on it, it's too slow on your own. They say successful people spend money to save time. You just see them after 10, 20 years trying to figure it out. It's too slow, Nathan.
Yeah, you can't do it. There has to be an element of impatience behind this. To say, I'm not willing to do this anymore. I'm going to do something different, and I'll pay what it takes. I'll take the time that it takes to do something different.
Yeah, great expression. Pay once, cry once. Just get on with it. Question 6, then, Nathan, with 2 minutes left. So what's a valuable free resource? Where can they go to get information about you and what you're doing? Tell us where they can go.
Well, 2 things. You say, what's the one thing that I'm giving you 2? I'm sorry. Okay. You can go to the PTOclub.com, and on there's going to be recent episodes. You can find my podcast anywhere. You can subscribe, and I've got 3 years worth of one-on-one interviews with successful physical therapy owners and industry leaders sharing their successful items regarding marketing, human resources. It's nothing about patient care specifically, and I wanted it that way. It's all about business related topics. So sign up for the podcast, go to the website, and if you are in the States, there's a free increase your profits 10% in 30 days PDF that you can download to help you. It's pretty simple and pretty amazing. But yeah.
What's the URL, Nathan? What's the URL for the website?
PTOclub.com.
Beautiful. And check out the podcast too, guys. It's a great podcast, especially the Paul Wright episode. That was a highlight.
The Paul Wright, it's up there at the top.
Of course it is. Question 7, Nathan, with about a minute to go. What's the one question I should have asked you today that would give great value to our audience? What should I have asked you?
Wow, that's a good one. You should have asked me, where does someone start to make significant change?
Where does someone start, Nathan, to make significant changes?
They start with getting clear on their purpose.
All right.
Your business is an extension of you, right? And the purpose of that business is to fulfill not only a personal purpose, but your household's purpose, right? Yeah. So get really clear about what your purpose is personally and the purpose of the business itself. If you can get clear on that and what you want from it, maybe an ideal scene as an extension of that purpose, then you can start making significant gains. But if that's nebulous and unclear, it doesn't matter which path you take.
Get it. Nathan Shields, I love what you're doing, Matt. Give us the URL again. Where do they go?
PTOclub.com.
And check out the podcast. Nathan Shields, thanks for joining us on the Practiceology podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me, Paul. You're awesome.
It's a buzz. If you haven't registered for and watched the most recent Practiceology demonstration, head to mypracticeology.com, and I'll see you in the next episode.